Today, we will be talking about car accident myths that we shouldn't believe. And I'm going to give you 4 car accident myths that we shouldn't believe. The first myth is that we should ignore our injuries if we don't feel anything at the scene. This is a myth because a lot of people seem to think that if they don't feel any pain at all after the car accident, they shouldn't seek any treatment. And a lot of people associate, car accidents with severe crashes where you see a burning of a car, severe impact, or something else of that nature. But the problem is a lot of your injuries do not actually reveal themselves immediately upon the accident. Most times it does, but sometimes it cannot. And that is why you should be seen by a provider so they can actually take the scans and the images for you. Something such as internal bleeding, you may not feel any pain right away. Something such as a tear, you may not feel right away. So it's imperative that you seek treatment, even if you think that it's a minor accident and you don't have any injuries. The second myth is when I hear folks tell me, we only need to exchange information with the driver and that's it. No. Reason being, people are people. I've had clients call me and say, hey, don't worry, I got in an accident, I felt pain, I went to the hospital, and I did exchange information with the driver. Once they provide me that information, it's either fake, this is in Florida by the way, it's not accurate, they don't provide the proper information, and so I always advise clients is that ensure that you call the police so that they can document the driver's license of the person that hit you, their insurance information, their telephone number, their address, and it's all legitimate. That way that when you go to file your claim, you don't have an issue about you can't find who the proper insurance is for the person that caused your action. The third myth that I hear people say is that there's no need to report to the police if it was just a minor accident. Again, no, don't believe that. First, you could face legal consequences if you fail to file a police report or if you leave the scene of an accident, right? If the other party says that you fled the scene, you may have legal consequences. Secondly, the police report itself can provide very crucial evidence that the other driver or their insurance company might try to refute later. It could provide evidence about their speed, about the damages to their car, about how they were, how they appeared. It could provide a lot of crucial evidence, witnesses that were there, the time of day that this accident happened, the conditions on that day. So all these little things that you think, we all know what happened that day, both parties were there. Well, oftentimes these stories change, so it's imperative that you do contact the police, even if it's a minor accident. The fourth myth that I've heard is, don't get a lawyer. It's just way too expensive and it's not worth it. Well, oftentimes folks don't realize is that the insurance companies know who has a lawyer and who doesn't, and they will negotiate with you accordingly. For instance, if the insurance company presents you with an offer immediately after the accident, I know a lot of people that have actually said yes, not realizing that they're entitled to a lot more. Also, if the insurance company makes an offer to you, they know that you, as a layperson, don't have the capability to actually file a lawsuit and take them to court. So a lot of folks have told me, it's expensive to hire a lawyer, but it's actually expensive not to hire a lawyer. On average, lawyers are able to recover 3 times the amount as when someone represents themselves as pro se. So the costs essentially pay for themselves. Now, are you entitled to $10,000 after your car accident? Well, a lot of people come to me and say, I know I was in an accident and I know I can get at least $10,000. Now, the information behind the $10,000 is actually that you're entitled to $10,000 or up to $10,000 for your medical benefits through your insurance company for medical treatment. Now that's, your insurance company, whether it may be Geico or Progressive, State Farm, any of those, when you buy your insurance under Florida law, you're required to carry at least $10,000 in what's called PIP insurance. That PIP insurance then goes for your medical benefits or for lost wages. So you can get up to the $10,000 from your own insurance, but that's through your medical benefits. Now, for your injuries, you're likely going to go and make a claim against the person that was at fault in the accident to claim for your actual injuries from the accident. So in conclusion, you just can't believe that slick advertising that you see on the billboards or on TV. Nobody's just going to walk up to you and hand you $10,000 check after an accident and say, here you go, you were in an accident, here's $10,000. But you are entitled to up to $10,000 in medical benefits for your treatment. And for your injuries, if you have been injured, then you have to make a claim against the at-fault party, and then their insurance company will evaluate your medical records and see how, what it is and make an offer to you eventually to settle.